Hello everybody. We're going to be doing something a little bit different today. We're going to be taking a look at several G1 toys in a row. This might be a long one, so please feel free to skip ahead in the video. I'm not going to do timestamps or anything because I'm lazy, but feel free to skip around. I'm going to be talking about every single vintage, and I guess one technically is a modern release, but it looks vintage, so I'm gonna count it. I'm gonna do a whole video on this guy. But yeah, I'm gonna be taking a look at some of the G1 stuff that has kind of been my primary focus lately. Is the G1 and basically the Studio Series 86 line, and just kind of whatever random good deals pop up. I'm still waiting on Pepsi Optimus Prime, so unfortunately he won't be in this video, but he's from 2007, so I don't really think he exactly qualifies. But yeah, so we're gonna take a look at some Transformers. I have some here offside. Most of these aren't complete, unfortunately. Really, the only complete one I have is the first one I want to talk about. This is probably my favorite G1 figure, as I'm sure it's a lot of people's favorite. Let me get some more lighting in here. Lighting in here is so bad. It's a bit better. This is G1 Soundwave. I have two of them. This one is fully complete. He has those cassettes, but I don't have them right now. One is obviously inside there. We've all seen the cassettes. I don't really feel like I need to get them out. I have Buzzsaw and Rumble, who's missing two arm pieces, but I didn't actually get him with this Soundwave, so I think it's okay. And Ravage. I need to get Laserbeak. He's on the, him and Frenzy and the Bat one, whatever. They're on the to-get list, just not for a while. But this guy right here is my first, G1. Picked this up at a random thrift store. Not a thrift store, I mean a toy store in Menor, Ohio. It was a little overpriced. It was $50 for this guy. He did come with Laserbeak, though, but he didn't come with any weapons at all. But still, well, those little things in the back are this little dude's wings. This is the vintage Buzzsaw. I mean, it is cool to have it. This one doesn't say Hasbro on it at all. This one standing up here does, which leads me to believe that it's potentially a reissue. I'm not 100% sure on the variations entirely just yet. Yeah, there's Buzzsaw. I don't feel like putting his little things on. He's not really impressing anybody with that stuff anyways, so just put him back in cassette mode. It is nice to have him vintage. He is a bit, it's a little jangled, a little bit mangled up a little bit, but hey, the fact that this thing's cassette door still mostly works, it needs definitely some repairs if I could, find just a cassette door only. But yeah, it's a G1 Soundwave. I really want to get the, cassette man version. I've been seeing a few of those on eBay lately for decent prices, like less than 120 bucks, which honestly I don't think that's a really bad deal. So I kind of do want the original Soundwave. I think it's pretty cool. I mean, I know it's not too much of a difference, but I still think it's cool. I love this guy. We're gonna look at the complete one here now. As his weapon falls out. I might have it in the wrong. I had the wrong weapon in there, but it's okay. It's not really that important. But yeah, I believe this one is a reissue. I'm leaving him in robot mode just for this video. I recently actually got him fully complete. He's a bit of a Frankenstein. He has another arm from a donor Soundwave that I purchased for about 10 bucks. He kind of switched some body parts around with this guy kind of switched some body parts around with another Soundwave. But they're all authentic parts, so it doesn't really matter. I love the robot mode. This guy is so menacing, especially standing next to Optimus Prime here. He towers over him. And fun fact, in the UK commercials, they weren't allowed to show Megatron. I don't think he was even really sold in the UK for a while. So they technically labeled Soundwave as the leader of the Decepticons, which, dang, poor Starscream can't even get a break, even in the UK. But yeah, this is easily a top 5 figure. I am probably going to do its own video. But let's try to figure out what the noise is. Oh, it was his gun falling out of his hand. There we go, it snaps in, so yeah. There's like a little spring in here. It doesn't fire anymore, which leads me to believe it's either a reissue or it's just really old. There's still like a spring in there. So I'm not 100% sure what this guy's deal is. I know this one is 100% vintage, so he doesn't have any swap parts or anything, so that's pretty cool. So next we're gonna look at a rather recent one. I don't remember this guy's name, but this was in a parts box along with this Astro Train here and this Insecticon. Said it right this time. Usually I say it wrong. I actually have two Astral Trains. There's a little story comes to that, but I like this little Autobot. He has no stickers or anything, and I don't even really remember his name, but I don't have much to say on him. I guess he's kind of cool. He's like some weird little hippie bike. Might even be like a triple changer. I'm not 100% sure. People in the Discord told me his name, but I totally forgot. That was like a week ago almost. But he's cool. Just kind of a filler piece. Here we have. Oh god, I don't want to get the name wrong, but this guy is definitely gonna need some joint tightening. And he's missing I think he's missing his weapons or something. I don't know. I don't really know much about these guys. I have I have Sharp now, the one with the razor fangs up top or whatever. But he's basically a parts only guy, so he's not. The parts only ones aren't really gonna be included in this video, unfortunately, unless they end up repairing them. But this guy is pretty cool. Really interesting design for the time. I really need to get his joints loosened up because he has the same issues as that Ironhide has. But I think I found a video about how to tighten these joints, but really, hopefully I can get this guy tightened out and he would make a pretty good display figure. But I do really like this guy. Now, I'm not going to go too in-depth now on these ones, just kind of the favorites. So, here we have the double Astro Train. One of these was in the part box. It was this one. These stupid cats will not leave me alone for even 10 minutes. But here we have Astral Train in his, I think he's mostly in his plane mode correctly. I'm not 100% really sure. I'm not that familiar with this character, but it's pretty cool. For less than $5. And I also got this one who's in a train mode but upside down. This one was another parts only one, at least I thought at first, but then it turns out, yeah, he's missing an arm, so that kind of sucks. He still has the rub sign, which is kind of neat. Neither one of them have their guns, so that's a bit unfortunate. I'm not really too picky about missing guns and stuff. I already have a bunch of them, and besides Optimus Prime's gun and like Soundwave's weapons, I don't really think there's too many iconic like weapons. At least like unique design wise this early. I'm just not really sure if collecting the guns really matters that much. I just kinda like having the robots. It's just cool to have such old toys, seeing what people played with back in the days. I just think that's neat. You need to get away from my Soundwave. The next guy we have is a little tiny dude. He also kind of has a fitting parts. This was the same purchase with that one Astral Chain. Astral Chain. That's a good game, by the way. With this guy, these two came together. This is a Warp. I don't think this is Warpath. I think this is this guy just got a Legacy United figure. I think his name is Quake. I think he's a Target Master. He's like super easy to transform, so I might as well do it. Unfortunately, doesn't have any stickers, but I think he's a really cool Transformer. Honestly, I think he's one of the cooler ones that I've seen. He's a Decepticon. I can't remember if he has hands or not. Oh, they do. They flip out. Let me see. Or pull out. Oh, they flip out. Hold on. Do that real quick. Try to. These cats need to stop. If anybody wants free little kittens, DM me on somewhere. I will give them to you for a good price or something. I don't know. I just want them out. Come on, hands. It's supposed to be an easy one. There we go. Alright, that's one hand. I'm gonna blow my head off. Whatever, he has one hand. He's cool. It's a little tiny tank looking dude. This is a guy I would like to end up getting complete and getting his little turret and stickers would be nice. The goal with him, I got this little guy the other day, a G1 Warpath. It's not a reissue. It's in really good condition. Still has the Takara 1984. So this is quite an older guy. I'm not really sure what his robot mode is. I haven't tried to transform him yet, so I don't think I'm gonna bother. I kind of just like that he's a tank. I know what he looks like. I watched an episode where he went back in time to stop Starscream or whatever, so I know what he looks like. I know he has a robot mode, but just not entirely too interested in transforming him into that pain in the ass arm. But I'm gonna move this guy out of the way. Not a bad little tank though. I don't remember if he rolls. Oh, he rolls. Just not very good. We have these guys again. The little racer, little pullback guys I did a video on. They're G1, so they're in this video. I actually am starting to enjoy Goldbug a lot. I've kind of had this running gag that I might upload as YouTube shorts or just a little compilation that I've been trying to get this dude to land in a garbage can, which I know probably is like, what? To some people. They're like, come on, I like to have a little bit of fun. I like pulling this guy back and seeing how far he goes. It's way too amusing to me, honestly. Let's be real. And I don't really have much to say about the orange one. He hasn't really seen any Daredevil stunts or anything just yet. Might be soon. I'm just not really... He's a bit more fragile than old Goldbug over here, so it's a bit more on the... Not really sure you want to do stunts of him. But they're pretty cool. I like these guys quite a bit. I just like that they actually, you know, do something. God, you guys are clingy. Okay, so the next guy we're going to be looking at is a big one. This is, try to adjust the camera a bit. G1 Galvatron. Unfortunately, he's very incomplete. He doesn't have his weapons. He doesn't have the cone. His electronics don't work. This was $8 on Macari. So I can't really complain for that price. So, he's quite the fugly little guy, but I enjoy him. He makes really... Well, they freak out cats. Yeah, get out of here! Shoot, we on. But this guy is very, creaky. This is supposed to be like a laser thing. Just makes this weird bell-sounding noise. Very, very odd fella. It's so weird comparing him to, like, the modern Galvatron, like, of the Studio Series new one that I'm going to be doing a video on somewhat soon, maybe, once I get to him. But this guy is just funny. I really want to get him complete. He's missing a little belt piece here. He's missing electronics. He's missing the cone. Luckily, his camshaft works. You can make him look like this because it's, you know, it's funny. He can. He has a surprising amount of articulation. Like, his arms can go out really far. His little treads can go out pretty decently. I still think it's a weird design. He actually has a lot of leg articulation, which is shocking for a goofy space cannon. He actually has a surprising amount of articulation, which is not really what I was expecting from this cone-head looking motherfucker, but it's quite the big lad. I like him. I like looking at him. I definitely want to get a complete one. The noises he makes are genuinely terrible, and I want them. Or hunt down the reissue that came out that more accurately matches the movie, which I think that one would be cooler to have, but I also kind of want to get this guy complete. I just need to see if a friend of mine can maybe get in his electronics and take a look or something. That's like the way to get his battery compartment's pretty funny. Just flip it up, and there you go. Put a 9 volt in there. But yeah, definitely an interesting one, and definitely the tallest G1 I have so far. I do want to get hopefully a complete Ultra Magnus, which will definitely top this guy in terms of height. But for now, he's definitely the second tallest one, right next to Soundwave over here. And next up on the list, I'm sure you can see him. This guy is Shockwave. This guy came in the same lot as one of the Astral Chain, my Platinum games. And the weird little bike and the Insecticon. It was $15 after my Macari credit, which was a really good deal considering I got a guy that you guys aren't ever going to see on this channel because he's already been returned. I got a Shockwave, which is the Radio Shack version of the mold before the Transformers came stateside, nerd emoji. So, unfortunately I had to return that, and that cost him more than all of these guys combined. And that guy basically broke the second I unboxed him. This fucker is extremely fragile. So I'm not going to be messing with him too much. Unfortunately, his electronics also do not work, but I think his should be a lot easier to replace. There's a few eBay listings for just the speaker, and it's really it's kind of the most important thing. I don't really care much about the lights. I'm trying to get his foot out, but his feet, he's such a fragile guy. I also have his head. I just got the head. I didn't realize I'm missing a spring. What are you playing with? Stop. So I need to get a little spring. It should be an easy pickup because it just kind of slots in here and falls in. I'm not going to be transforming him due to his severe fragility. But really cool to have him. Like, he's in pretty good shape. He just kind of needs a bit of a touch up, a bit of a tighten up. Needs tightened a bit, maybe reconstructed a bit repaired. He's definitely a project. I'm just glad he has his clicky hands and all his pieces. Everything's here except for the barrel part, which isn't technically attached to him. Oh, and the battery cover, which is a bit annoying. Those seem to go missing quite a bit, but I'm hoping I run into one for a cheap price at some point. Would be nice to get. The transformation is basically just this with gun. I'm not gonna again do it. This guy's really loose. What the fuck are you eating? So definitely a really cool piece to have. I'd like to hopefully get him working and tighten up a bit. I'm hoping I can. There's someone on Transformers Forum I saw that did an extremely good job restoring theirs, and I might see if might be able to do mine. It'll probably cost more than buying a repro, which would probably be easier. There's also a bit of chipped plastic on here, but for $15, dog, this is sick. I don't care what any of y'all say. So before we get to the trio of primes here, this is the one I was talking about at the beginning of the video, this is a newer guy. Let me grab the box. I still have the box. This was an insane deal. This out of nowhere. This was at a video game store near Michigan. They just had this for $25, which is the cheapest I've ever seen this guy. At first, I didn't think he was in the box. I thought it might have been like just the box only. Cause, I wouldn't be surprised. So, yeah, this is basically a remake of G1 Starscream. And as a big Starscream fan, I quite enjoyed this mold. I was a bit confused. I thought he was missing pieces, but I didn't realize his hands turn into this little part here. This cockpit opens up if you want to put a Diaclone guy in there, which I own 0. I technically have 2 headmasters now, which technically could fit, but that's a bit reaching. We'll get to those guys eventually. They're reissues or newer ones, so they don't count for this video. This guy counts a bit because it's kind of hard to find a G1 Starscream complete that isn't kind of overpriced a bit. So this is basically a direct reissue. So I'm gonna count it. It's a bit loose. I'm gonna show the underside now. He has shooting missiles, which is pretty cool. You don't really see that a lot anymore because people are like, "Oh my god, you'll shoot your eye out." It's like, shut the fuck up. It's Starscream. He wants to kill everybody and himself. So let me see. Get this in there. I haven't put him in robot mode yet. He kind of came in airplane mode. I kind of let them in there. So I kind of enjoy his alt mode a lot, honestly. It's a pretty great plane. Compared to the Earthrise one I have, I definitely like this mold and coloring a lot more than the Earthrise one. The Earthrise one's a bit too detailed. But yeah, not a bad figure at all, honestly. It's quite up there, especially for $25. That was literally, I'm like pretty sure that was the price of it at retail when it came out a few years ago, and I just got it secondhand for that price. So the last guys we're saving for this video are the Ultra Magnus. I think that's probably the plural. And the G2 Optimus Prime. That's a G2. I don't actually have a real G1 yet. And also a trailer. G2 trailer. I do want to get a G1 Optimus, but I think I honestly rather get the anime Missing Link. I have the little tiny Legacy United Optimus, which I fucking love. Spoiler alert, that one's going to be pretty high on my list. So it's going to be a while before I get to him. But yeah, these two Ultra Magnuses are actually different. This is the first one. The first version of it. You can tell because it has the, actually has the windows. You can put your fingers through if you want. And actually has chrome. Well, a lot of chrome. There's a little less on this one in comparison. This one was on eBay. You can mostly tell by here. You see the shiny metal bits. That's this regular one, and this is still a vintage one. This is just a slightly cheaper version of it for people who, I guess, couldn't afford it or find one anymore. Since I'm assuming they all came in this big giant kit, so I'm gonna transform this one since this one's in a lot better shape. It's a prime. Sadly, neither one of them have their hands. They're oddly expensive, even though they look pretty easy to 3D print. I might try to see if a friend of mine can do that. I know a lot of people. And form. No, what's weird is this one has the white head. It is a bit loose, unfortunately, but age, you know. Quite an old fella here. I like Ultra Magnus. He has the all white head. It's definitely an indication that it's a budget one. I am going to do this one too, because why not? I like to compare these guys, since they're basically the only, besides Astral Train for the Nintendo Switch, the only direct doubles I have. The sound wave's a bit different. I mean, they look basically identical, so... Will you stop? These cats are infuriating. So this is technically a G1 Prime, I guess. He's just in white. Let me, there. So this is technically the only G1 Prime I own, in a way. I mean, it did come out around the same time. This one from eBay was a pretty good deal. Minus missing his hands and his weapons. He has all of his original stickers, and he's in pretty good structural shape. Like, he still stands after all these years. I'm quite a fan of the weird coloration on his face. And I also have the little mask, which I'm going to plop on there. This little thing. So he looks a bit more Ultra Magnus-y, I suppose. I do want to get the carrier. I'm eyeing one in my car right now. It's kind of damaged for like $9, which would be a pretty good deal. I don't really mind missing pieces or stuff being really damaged. It's kind of it's cool to me. It shows that things were taken care of and loved. So yeah, I definitely really like this guy. I want to try to find original hands somewhere. Hopefully just like in a random toy store's parts box. Or a flea market would be nice. I need to get 3 sets of them. 4 white ones and 2 blue ones. Now I do have the, oh yeah, I should probably include that one in this video. But we'll get to that in a minute. So yeah, there's my Ultra Magni. I'm going to keep using different plural. He also still doesn't even have the website rubbed off yet, which I just think's kind of neat. I think it's funny how many people do not actually rub their web signs off, which is like, I don't know. How are you supposed to know if it's an Autobot or Decepticon? Surely the sticker sheet that comes with most of them isn't an indication at all or anything like that. I don't know. Is this guy an Autobot? I don't know. Who knows? Not me. Snap this guy back into place. Amogus, and then bend him down. And lift up the booties. So yeah, quite the cool. I like the all white. I kind of want to get another one of these and customize it to be like the Dead Optimus Prime. I think that'd be a neat idea. Probably not gonna do that anytime soon though. Kind of a bit broke after buying all this shit. Let's transform this one back. Transformers are so cool, dog. What do you mean this truck is also a guy? That's funny. So the final one we're gonna be looking at for this video, I'm gonna do the 40th anniversary G1 Prime in a different video. But this is the G2 Optimus Prime I got, and unfortunately I've damaged this one. This was a really good deal. Him and the trailer were on eBay for about $25 or $30 at their fees and shipping or whatever. It's a really, really good deal considering this is G1 Optimus, but just really slightly different. The most important difference is the where is it? It's the Autobot thing right here. The little description. It's kind of the whoa. Yeah, that's the biggest issue with this thing. Kind of the biggest way to tell it's a G2 and not a G1. But yeah, this guy was really loose when I got him in the mail. Like, I mean, really tight. It was really hard to get him to snap down. He was really rusty. So we decided to put some rusting stuff on him, and it's completely made him extremely loose and prone to just kind of collapsing like an old man like that. So it's kind of unfortunate. So unfortunately this guy's probably going to get the least amount of action, but it's still a really cool figure for what it is. I'm going to go to kind of angle here. I mean, this is G1 Prime. It's got the yellow eyes. And I love the die cast. The die cast is great. And he does have a smokestacks, but one of them is a bit shortened. I'm guessing like some animal or something bit it off. But yeah, this guy's pretty good outside the loose part thing, which I guess I'm gonna turn him back and I'm gonna turn him into a truck now. Ooh. I'm hoping I can get this guy tightened a bit. There's probably a way to do it. That's might even be just as easy as tightening the screws or whatever. I think I just de-rusted it a little too long. I can still feel the de-rusted kind of grease on here, so maybe he just needs a grease bath or something. Yeah, there he is in his truck mode. He kind of really doesn't hold together that well, which is unfortunate. But again, that's an issue of my own. And then the trailer, which is the last thing we'll be looking at this video. Unfortunately, this didn't come with a roller, but whatever. I don't really care much about the roller. This is cool to have because the other two trailers I have don't actually have anything on the inside. So this is the first one I actually have like decorations on the inside. Really, these look like they're from the 50s. I don't know if I've ever really seen anybody else mention that, but I just like the 50s era like tech design, and I just think it's neat. This is a bit broken. As you can see, there's a little tab missing. I'm pretty sure that's not supposed to be broke, but again, this is a really old toy, so shit's gonna break. It's not really that important anyways. I don't really play with the trailer or do any of this, so shit just kind of happens sometimes, old toys. But it's still pretty neat to have. It's like a little display piece. I like the Optimus Prime style of this trailer, honestly. I think it's pretty neat and quite striking. It's very 90s, even though this is an 80s toy. Repackaged, and yeah, it still hooks on. It still works all these years later. Which is quite cool. It kind of falls off a little bit, but you know, hey, we can put this on a more Titan guy. As I grab the non-Titan one. You know, that's fine. Whatever, here. Let's put this guy here. But yeah, it still works. Just line it up. There. Still like... Nothing wants to hold together anymore. It works great. Source, trust me, bro. It works great. It totally works great. Fuck you. So, all in all, I like the G1 toys I've gotten so far. I will be talking about the G1 characters when I start doing a studio series. Which, I'm not sure if I'm going to do it once or one by one yet. I know I did the 2-pack not too long ago. This is kind of just covering a bunch of birds in one stone in case I don't end up getting around to doing a video on all these guys. I mean, who's really going to watch a video about a non-complete Quake? You know what I mean? I kind of want to make videos on things that are more complete. I just think that's more logical and more interesting to people. Just to do it like that. I really like this guy's transformation, though. It's quite good. I forgot how to do it. Oh, there we go. I quite like Quake. I kind of want to pick up the Legacy United one, if I can find it. If the transformation is as good as this one. I enjoy this guy. I just like the noises. I'm autistic, what do you expect? There. Basically in there. It's a bit fucked, but you know, what is it? Ah, this pains me. Why do you like this Quake? Quake 3, I'm so good to you! Anyways, this video is getting extremely long, so I'm probably gonna end it here. Like I said, if I do another, like, special like this, it'll probably be on the studio series. Toys. The next unboxing video should be Pepsi Optimus Prime. He should be getting here relatively soon. Not 100% sure when, most likely Monday or something. So yeah, look forward to that, and thanks for watching. Look at the good kitty I have. It's the only good one out of those three. Hello. Alright. So all I won.